Hi, this is Wilde, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the major scale in first position. So this is something, really it should be the first thing that everybody learns. It is with most instruments, but particularly with blues harmonica players, most people tend to jump straight into second position blues and never actually learn how to play a simple major scale in the first position. But it's a really useful thing because it helps you to understand theory. Obviously, it helps with the modes of the major scale, which, obviously one of those modes is Dorian, which you do hear quite a lot in third position blues stuff. So it will help with your positional playing, and just your melodic playing and your understanding of the way the notes are laid out on the harmonica. So let's start with the middle octave. The middle octave is really easy, no bends or overblows needed. So we're going to start on hole 4. Blow, draw, blow, draw, blow, draw, draw, blow. Okay, so blow 4, draw 4, blow 5, draw 5, blow 6, draw 6. And then on hole 7, the breathing pattern reverses. It's draw first and then blow. So when you get comfortable with that, what I like to do when I'm practicing a scale or learning a new scale is to practice it within a musical setting. So rather than just play the scale on its own, I put on a backing track in the right key. In this case, I've picked a really cheesy sort of pop ballad backing track in C major. I'll put a link to that below. And just play the scale up and down over the track. So this way you get, let's turn that down. You get a feeling for how the notes work over the chords and, the feeling you get from each note within the scale. Once you get comfortable with that, you can start to play around with it. Maybe just take the first 3 notes of the scale. Just take a few notes like that, play them up, play them down, play around with the rhythm and the phrasing of them. And when you feel like you've exhausted every possibility with those 3 notes, then add in another note and another note until you're using the complete scale. Okay, so next let's go down to the lower octave. Obviously the lower octave is a little bit more difficult for playing this scale because there are a couple of notes missing which we need to bend in order to get. So we're going to go 1 blow, 1 draw, 2 blow, 2 draw, whole step bend, 2 draw, 3 draw, whole step bend, 3 draw, and blow 4. So it's a good exercise for making sure you're hitting that whole step bend in draw 3 correctly. And then you can take this, play it over the backing track, and start to improvise with it. Just start with 2 or 3 notes to begin with, and then work your way up. Okay, so the upper octave, we've got blow 7, draw 8, blow 8, draw 9, blow 9, draw 10, 10 half-step blow bend, and blow 10. Again, that half-step bend on blow 10, particularly on a C harp because it's quite high, is very easy to overshoot. So just make sure you're not bending that down too far. And then again, try it with the backing track. And try and use all 3 octaves of the harp. And you can try and find little patterns like that. Little kind of mathematical patterns, just doubling back on bits of the scale. So that's the C major scale in first position. I recommend that you practice this. First practice each octave individually, but eventually you want to be able to run all the way through all 3 octaves, and try and get that to the point where you build up the muscle memory for it, and you don't have to think about it too much. So next week I'm going to bring out another video, which is going to be using the modes of this major scale. So we're going to be doing Dorian, which is using all the same notes as this C major scale, but we're going to be using D as our root note instead. And that means we'll be in third position, playing in D Dorian, which is a minor scale. So the more you practice this C major scale, the easier it will be to play D Dorian when you come to do that, and all of the other modes of the major scale too. So this is well worth practicing. I hope you found that helpful. My name is Wilde. Please go and check out my my band and my other tutorial videos on YouTube and on IGTV on Instagram. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And I'll be back with another video soon. Thanks for watching. Cheers.